Hello, welcome everybody. This is Jean, and this is my channel, Rebel Yell Rising, and this is your weekly tarot reading for June 25th. I'm sorry, June 19th to June 25th, 2017. I want to say thank you so much for all the likes and the new subscribes. I really appreciate it. That's really great. Really lets me know that the messages I've been reading for you guys have really been resonating with a lot of you. That really means a lot. I love all the comments that you guys have been leaving. They've been great. So thank you so much. Okay, so for this week, I'm going to be using, again, my absolute favorite deck, the Green Witch Tarot by Anne Mora. I love it. Let me see if there's any other, for all of my new, subscribers, new viewers. I don't read reversed cards, and I don't necessarily, prescribe a particular sign to any court cards or even cards in general. I read them as just a particular, characteristic or a particular energy, just because sometimes I feel like it's not very helpful when I say, hey, this could be a Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, for example. I know some readers do, and that's great. It just really comes down to personal preference. Okay, so let's see what message we have for this week as we are ushering in Cancer season, saying goodbye to Gemini season. Also, I believe June 21st is the summer solstice. I cannot believe we are already at the halfway point of the year. It's just crazy. I just feel like New Year's Eve was just yesterday. Okay, and if you guys have been watching my weeklies, you'll notice that I do tend to do a different type of reading or use different cards almost every week. It's just the fun of it. I love experimenting. I have maybe about 13 decks in total. Got three tarot decks, and then the most are oracle decks. So I do like to switch it up. I feel, different energies. As a matter of fact, I am feeling very much drawn to do a romance reading or a love reading. So I'm going to make that one separate and then post that separately. So anybody who's not interested, you can just watch this video. So this particular reading, what I'm going to be doing is truth, okay, illusion, and then advice. And I saw this, I believe it's in Barbara Moore's, one of her books, but I really saw it on Jennifer Pearson's YouTube channel. I also like her style. She does different types of readings. She's very experimental, and I feel I'm very similar. I love that. And so I saw this on her channel. I think she does it a little bit differently, but, the spread overall is the same. So let's see what we have in store for us this week. So the truth, and this is awesome, the Three of Chalices. So this card is very much about relationships, emotional fulfillment. I mean, it's pretty clear, like these ladies are toasting, having a good time, having a ladies' night out, right? And I think that kind of really jives well with ushering in Cancer season, right? Cancer is all about like the family and home. So this is about emotional fulfillment, friendships, expanding relationships. So that would be the truth for this week, okay? Now, this next card is the illusion. So we have the Two of Wands. So let me explain this card. So it is a little bit different, I think, than the Rider-Waite system. If I'm correct, I believe in the Rider-Waite system, it's about having to make two choices, right? This one in this particular deck has its own sort of message. What this one is about, it's really kind of saying you're in a place where you kind of just need to have a little bit of patience, because, for example, you see this woman, she has, made yarn that she's sending off to the market to have sold for her. Why she can't go herself, I have no idea. But she's having it taken, I guess the merchant has to take it to market. He has to sell it. He has to then, receive the money, maybe sell the rest of his own wares, and then, travel by cart all the way back to this woman to give her her money, right? So it's not so much about whether or not what she's doing is good enough or if she has the talent. She does have the talent, but it's about waiting, right? And being patient. So since this card is in the illusion position, what this is kind of saying is that maybe there's an illusion of you needing to wait. If you've been waiting to hear back for a particular job, maybe be a little bit more proactive on your part and do that follow-up phone call. Send out that thank you letter, right? Because this is saying that this is the illusion. And this card it's really about her waiting to see the return on her investment. I would hate to say in a very, almost not in a negative aspect. Excuse me, I am getting over a cold. Maybe there isn't a return on your investment, or maybe the return might not be as great as you had hoped. Let me see. Give me a second while I think about other possible explanations for this card as the illusion. Okay, so this just popped in my mind. If maybe you had entrusted somebody, let me give you an example. So here she's given whoever this person is, taking her yarn, right, to the market. She's placed her goods as well as her trust into this person's hands. She has to trust that this person is going to get a fair price, that isn't going to steal her money, that this person's not going to steal her yarn. She also has to put faith that nothing is going to happen while this person is en route to the market, like they won't get attacked or that it might even get stolen, right? So it could also be that maybe you are in a similar situation where you've put faith, or you're kind of just waiting to hear back, or maybe you've placed your faith in an intermediary, like for example, a headhunter, or maybe you gave your friend, I hate to say this, but maybe you gave your friend a copy of your resume to look over and critique it for you. But, maybe when this person gives you your resume back, maybe they're not qualified to give you a really good edit, or maybe they would, okay, well, this clearly wouldn't be a friend, but maybe this person would be like, oh yeah, it looks great, but it's not. Or maybe they're saying, hey, you should fix this because it comes across as like you're bragging. But they're really just, jealous of your resume. So I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers or make you all upset, or thinking I can't trust my friend, or, who is stealing from me, or who is, trying to trick me. No, this is really just an energy. And it's just an energy of saying that, hey, the illusion is that you are waiting. So maybe, let's take a look at the advice card first, and then I'll see what I was going to say. This is the advice. Yeah, so it's funny. So this card is about, using a certain level of like your cunning, being a little bit tactical, being sly, right? So this is your advice. And that's kind of what I was going to say, since this is the illusion card. But let's put it all together. So the truth is that you will be socializing, or you're going to feel like socializing, right? You're going to feel like getting out there, networking. Maybe you'll go to one of those meetups that's all about, like, hey, everybody bring your resume and we'll help you out, because they have those meetup groups. Or, hey, single ladies of whatever town, let's, get together. So the truth is, it's going to be a very festive, sort of week, a lot of energy for, connecting with others and putting yourself out there, making some, friendships. The illusion is that you're waiting for the return on your investment. And now keep in mind that could be any sort of investment, like an investment into a relationship, right? The investment on the time you put into filling out that horrendously long job application. Okay, so that's the illusion, is that you're just waiting for the return. You're waiting for it to come back to you, which means that you're not in a passive stance, because the advice is, watch your back, not necessarily in a horrible way. It doesn't mean someone's trying to stab you in the back, but, keep your eyes and ears open. If there's a need to be cunning or sly, you have that intelligence, to use that basically to take care of yourself, because here the hunter is, he's not doing anything bad. He's not off killing all the animals in the forest and then just leaving them there. But he has to use a cunningness and that tactical mentality in order to hunt food, in order to put food on the table for his family. So that's what the advice is. Use that aspect of yourself to take care of yourself and your family. Don't necessarily sit around waiting for things to come back to you, because, they might not. You might have to go out there and get it yourself. Okay? I hope this resonated with most of you. Keep in mind, it is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. I really appreciate you guys watching this video, and I will be putting out the romance one here shortly. Thank you all so much. Have a great week.